user Subs says, how about a Smash Brothers movie? Well, I think now's the time.
I mean, a new one's coming out.
New one's coming out. Everyone's excited. So let's get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Screen to Screen. I'm Andrew, and this is Chris.
Hi.
So, Smash Brothers movie. This is a grand undertaking. This is the greatest crossover since the Avengers.
I mean, it's grander than the Avengers.
It is grander. The Avengers could live in this movie, and it would just be like a side thing. There's a few hurdles to jump over with this movie, or TV show, or whatever this is. We don't really know. Usually it is a movie, though. But, so...
You know, this might be better suited as a TV series.
It could be better as a TV show.
I guess we'll address that as we go.
Yeah, we'll let that happen organically. So we've got a whole lot of characters, and aside from making yet another cinematic universe, which I suppose we technically could do, it's not really the focus of Smash Brothers. It's about all of these cool characters coming together and punching each other.
I feel like with a cinematic universe, the idea is you're telling a number of stories that involve multiple characters. Smash Brothers is less about telling like a big story and more about...
Yeah, it's not about the fate of the universe. It's just like, hey, let's have a bit of a punch.
It's literally a bunch of toys being slapped together by children as like the plots of most of the Smash Brothers games.
And this isn't like the Avengers. The Avengers is like, oh, this is an important chapter here, but this is really unimportant in any of these people's storylines.
Yeah.
So I think just kind of dropping us in the middle of this world is kind of a fun idea. And also thematically, like we were talking about, like who would win in a fight. That's kind of like, you know, what everyone was all about with the original Smash. Also, just everyone coming together from all over the place to join together is kind of something we can play around with. I've got two ideas for the lead character of this movie.
I have one idea.
Well, maybe now I have three ideas. I'll go in order. I'll go in order of cleverness.
All right.
I'll start with the least clever and work my way in, and maybe there's some overlap with you. So I think first of all, the least clever idea is Mario is the lead character because he is the Nintendo boy.
Yeah, if Nintendo made this, that would probably be the way they go.
Yeah, I don't think that's the most fun way to do it.
No.
The second idea I had, actually now I have four ideas. Sorry. The second idea I have is a Mii, like some random new character that is introduced to this world and is like a new player. The new one I just thought of is Kirby, because that new mode where Kirby's the only one left alive and everyone's like a zombo and he's got to save everyone. I mean, that in itself could be the movie.
Yeah.
But finally, I think the funniest answer would be Waluigi. Waluigi being the main character, trying to get in.
Yeah, trying to get into the game.
But what was your idea?
I was going to be Piranha Plant.
Yeah. I think
just like, what? Why am I here?
I think Piranha Plant would be a fun, like, mini boss to Waluigi. Like, he's like the bully character. It's like, you'll never make it in here.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Do any of these seem like a viable option for a protagonist?
As far as, like, if we were doing a movie's concerned, any one of those is fine. Ever since you said TV show, I've kind of been leaning further and further in that direction because it's such a large cast that the nice thing about doing a TV show is it could be like an ensemble TV show. Like each episode is like, here are these three people on an adventure. Here are these three people on an adventure.
Mix and match them, put them in new situations. Okay.
Mix and mash them, put them in a stew.
Put them all in a stew.
At that point, like, instead of making like a movie that is, here's this character's journey, we have, like, we could do a seasonal arc. We can have like things they're striving for.
It's a bit of a Captain N situation.
A little bit of a Captain N.
Okay.
Like, I feel like Smash Brothers, it's already about... Like, it's not about a character, it's about all the characters.
Right.
And I feel like if this was a TV show, that would allow that.
That's true. We could really soak it all in.
Yeah, like, it would be easier to make a movie, because a movie, you know... Like, I could bang that out right now in 2 seconds, because Smash Brothers is basically just a bunch of toys being slapped together.
Yeah,
so,
and it would be probably a sports movie, because, I have to be the best fighter, or whatever. I mean, that's probably what would happen.
Like, the easiest plot would be... So here's the movie. I'm going to bang it out right now.
Bang out this movie.
All right, here's the movie. You have a Mii. It's just been made as a fighter in the game.
Yeah.
It's, based on the kid who's playing the game, whatever, and,
Yeah. It's like Page Master or something.
Page Master, yeah. You could even literally do it like where the kid's sucked into the game if you want. And he's his own
Captain
Mii.
N, yeah.
Yeah, Captain N, Page Master. Other way you could do it, he's just It's a new Mii. He's in the fighting game, and he feels really left out because here are all these super famous characters. And he's just a Mii.
It's like, oh my god, it's Mario. I look up to you, man.
Yeah, Mario's just like, yo, okay.
Hey, kid, the catch. And he throws him his towel. It's like, whoa, thanks, Mario.
This smells like old pasta.
And he just drinks like a Coke in front of him.
But he shotguns it. You're like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And now step aside, Scrub Lord.
Move over, little loser. Why'd you call me that? It's floating above your head. Oh, come on.
Oh, who named me that?
Yeah, what? That's not cool. And it's just like this nameless character's journey to try and like compete with a bunch of super well-known famous characters. And the joy of the movie would be like, you have the moment where he's up against Link. He's on the same team as Mario.
You know what? I'm already really liking this because now I'm seeing like some of like the lesser characters, like Mario. He looks up to Mario, but Mario's kind of like aloof.
Yeah, he's like way too famous.
And then you've got like I don't know who's like
ice climbers.
Ice climbers. Yeah, they're like, oh hey, we'll show you around.
We're C-list. No one remembers what game we're from. I remember Ice Climbers. That was like one of the only games I played as a child.
It's like, hey, we're the Ice Climbers. Oh yeah, what game are you from? Ice Climbers.
We're the titular characters.
We had our own game.
I'm Popo, and that's the other one.
Hi, I'm Rob the Robot. I'm not from a game.
I just merely helped you control only 2 games ever released.
I'm the Wii Fit yoga teacher.
Oh god. Ooh, there are some real C-listers in there. And now we have Piranha Plant.
I think Piranha Plant can't be in the C-listers because he's too arrogant.
He's too arrogant.
The thing is, like, he's the asshole who snuck in.
He is.
I think no matter what format, because I know we're like in the middle of like just creating some like thing we're not going to use. but if we end up using it, or if we don't, I think this idea of like the C-listers having their own little ensemble group together, I think that's very fun.
Well, I'm going to hit you with a really weird, wacky idea. We've never done this before.
Let's get weird with it.
What if we had 2 Super Smash Bros. Screen-to-screen episodes? One's the movie version, one's the TV show version.
I mean, I'm up to it if it works. I just don't want to overlap.
I feel like you can overlap because the TV show, by necessity, has to be wildly different.
I mean, let's give it a whirl, and then we'll see, how it edits out.
Yeah, all right.
Maybe it'll be 1 or 2 episodes. So what do you want to do first?
I feel like we're already knee deep in the movie version.
Well, let's finish the movie.
Keep going.
Okay. All right. So the lead character is a Mii. You want to just call him... No, we can't call him Mii because that's very confusing.
The new Smash Brothers game is on the Switch.
Yeah.
Which, as far as I know, doesn't have a Mii creator, but the Mii Fighter is still in the game.
Okay.
So it might even have a name already.
Oh, okay. The Mii Fighter himself or herself or themself.
Yeah, themselves. It'd be great if it lets you, like, import it. Nintendo-like.
They said every single one was coming back, so wouldn't that...
I mean, technically, the Mii Fighter's coming back. You could choose between the versions, like sword, punchy, and gun was the 3 types. So we have Mii Fighter, and that comes in Brawler, Sword Fighter, Gunner are the 3 forms.
I mean, they can be their own, like, team there. Like, I see, now I'm thinking of the TV show, and everyone's got their own little group. But,
hey, this is the movie we're talking about.
Hold up on that.
You calm down there, buddy.
So is the movie this rise to glory? Is that what this is? Is that the...
It's either a rise to glory, or it's, like, a story of acceptance. Like, I'm not... a franchise character, Like, I need to find my niche and be part of it.
I've been so swept up in the Smash, I forgot about my brothers.
I forgot about the brothers.
Brawler? Can we call him Brawler? I think that's a good name. The Brawler character? Or...
I think Mii Brawler's the way to go.
Because Brawler sounds like the name, because like Brawl was one of the games, so I think Brawler could be like it sounds like a name. Like Gunner sounds sort of like a name. Sword Fighter does not sound like a name.
Yeah.
But like the name Brawler sounds like a name, and he's ready to brawl.
So we can do it as just a solo piece, or we can have him where it's like a trio of like underdogs.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think it all depends on what the story is. Well, if it's like a Rocky style, I think it should be one. But if that's not the story, then I'm open up to anything.
All right, well, let's figure out that story.
All right. I mean, there is the Kirby story, which seems to be like the thing they're going with, or everyone has been turned into Nettle Sonic. Everyone's been roboticized. I think that's just one of like a couple of modes. Right, but it is a plot that's already been
it is an already established plot.
Well, then what else? I mean, what is this? What are people? Why are they fighting? Is this the Lego movie? Is this a kid playing with Legos? You know, he's playing with his amiibos. Is this an amiibo movie?
It could either be. I mean, amiibo has to play a part.
I think amiibo's got to be in there somewhere.
To be specific about this game, there's the Kirby story that you're talking about.
Right.
There's the we're going to fight the Master Hand because he controls everything.
Ooh, yeah, let's bring that Master Hand into this.
Yeah, I feel like that's the easy way to go, but like the framework we need to figure out, and then the framework is it Lego Movie or is it like Wreck-It Ralph? Because Wreck-It Ralph, like they are in video games, but the players don't matter to the story of Wreck-It Ralph.
Are they jumping around into different games a little bit? Is that a thing? Because we're in the different arenas, so it is sort of like we're into different games.
It is a little bit. I guess what we need to decide is it Lego Movie where they're in a magical world and they don't know about the humans and like only one special character got to see like the hands of
is the Master Hand just a kid's hand?
See, that's what we need to decide.
Yeah.
Is it a video game or are they literally toys? Because the general plot of the Smash Brothers game, like the original ones,
right,
and I think it's pretty much carried over, and it's an implied plot. It's not like explicitly stated. Is like these are just toys from a toy chest, and it's just kids playing, which is why the final boss is always Master Hand and Crazy Hand. It's the hands of the creators. Like the original intro for Smash Brothers in N64 is a bunch of toys falling out of a toy chest.
Right, I remember that.
And they've always had like the little bases on their bottom, which eventually became like what the amiibos look like. Because they look like the characters from Smash Brothers, which is why it's so appropriate that like now they're amiibos. It's like you're literally doing what the trailer shows.
Brawler or Brawler and his buds, the Miis, are new to this world.
Yes, they're new characters. They don't have a franchise identity.
They don't have a franchise identity. Everyone else has got a franchise identity. These folks are just they're just like, oh, I'm a version of a person in real life, but not even really.
I mean, so again, we still need to choose. Do we want them to be like aware that they're in a game, or do we want to do it more like
Wreck-It Ralph? They know they're in a game. That's their lives.
Yeah. Because one way we could do it is, they're literally like in this world, and every once in a while, they see people are selected for some magical tournament that's super important to all of them, but they don't know why, and they're never chosen because they're boring.
I think it's sort of like for the movie as opposed to the show. The movie is they live in a video game, but they may or may not be aware that it is a video game.
Okay.
Whereas I think the show is sort of like, this is a magical video game world. This is a magical world where all of these places exist.
They don't know why they're not chosen. Like, they're seeing all these super cool characters. Even the C-listers are getting to play, but no one's
picking them up because it's sort of like, that's not fun. Who are these folks? I don't even know who they are.
Question is, like, how do we then have their journey happen from there? Like, how do they force their way in? I don't know.
Force their way in?
Like, they could break the rules. Like, maybe it's one of those stories where it's like, you don't fight until you're chosen to fight. You'll be chosen one day. Don't worry.
I can't talk. I'm being chosen by.
Whoops! It looks like it's my time to go. I'm a doctor today, I guess. Okay.
Yeah. See, now that introduces an interesting thing. Is that the same Mario? And also, when multiple players pick the same character, what is that?
That'd be really like you just see Mario. Oh God, it's happening again!
Yeah. like these multiple versions. I feel like we have to address that a little bit. Like in this movie version.
Whichever one's wearing the classic colors is the real Mario.
Right,
so
yeah.
You motherfucking imposters! Look, I'll kill you! So we have like these people that they're like, don't rock the boat, all right? When you're chosen, you're chosen. The Miis are just like, we're never chosen. Like, we're never gonna be chosen. So maybe it's about these characters saying, like, screw that, like you're telling us to just wait and let fate happen. We're gonna make our own fate, goddammit.
Okay, make your own fate. Make no fate but what you make. Make your own fate, and you gotta break the rules. You gotta think outside the box. Where does this end? Do they become the champions? Do they work together to become the champions?
I like the idea of...
Do they become one kid's favorite character?
That's a nice one.
Maybe that's what happens.
I think we should just stick with one Mii. I feel
Okay.
like
Okay.
that'll ease the storytelling process a little bit. Because we could have other characters. Like
Yeah.
It's probably better for a marketing standpoint for like them to become friends with some of the C-listers. Like,
Yeah. I think a C-lister kind of
hanging out with Jigglypuff, hanging out with ice climbers.
Yeah.
So you have these Miis. They're being told by these very popular characters. Don't worry about it. Don't rock the boat.
It's always Mario.
It's always Mario because I love doing
yeah.
Mario's stupid voice. Wait to be chosen. And that's obviously like that's a kink in the armor for nefarious people. Like Bowser could have like some wacky plan.
Right.
It's like, what you should do is, if you want my opinion, just grab onto one of them when they're being taken and just mess with it.
Ooh.
Like Bowser has some sort of nefarious plots.
You know what I want to add, like, maybe you were about to say this, but I like the idea of a bad guy character giving the main character good advice, but for nefarious reasons.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of cool.
I'm kind of trying to figure out how to do that because I don't want to. If the theme is, make your own fate.
Yeah.
And Bowser's like, go out there and make your own fate, and then like the end result is, I told you, just wait until you're selected. It's like, oh, we're undermining our theme and we're giving kids a bad like. Fucking just wait for life to come to you, kids. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So we need to. I like the idea of Bowser has a nefarious plot, but it turns out to be good advice.
He's got good advice. Like he uses good advice to trick the protagonist into doing bad. Like, I think that's really fun. It's sort of like that sort of like Faustian, like the devil always has like an interesting point, and you want to kind of but I think in this case you can actually learn something from Bowser. It's just that. Or it's sort of like Killmonger, like he's got some good points, but he's also like the bad guy. He goes too far.
Yes,
and maybe that's what Bowser can do in this one.
He's doing the wrong thing for the right reasons.
Yeah, right. And,
all right.
Yeah, Mario is like maybe this is like Black Panther, but not from the point of view of any of the lead characters.
Yeah.
That's kind of an interesting premise for this.
Yeah, if we could make it work, that'd be great.
Like Mario is Black Panther, like in this situation, and he like has his own character arc. That could be kind of interesting.
I kind of like that.
And then maybe like the Mario's like his sort of character arc is like, there's like a big fight, and Mario's like, no, not this time. I'm not going in because this kid can fight.
No, my leg is broken.
My leg is broken. He like winks to Brawler.
Mario's selected, but then it suddenly selects everybody. They're going random. They're doing it random.
Yeah. Oh god, they're doing it random.
The selection's random. Anyone could be selected.
Oh no, it's me.
It's you, kid. But this is the most important fight.
And then he goes up against Bowser like, sorry, kid. Nothing personal.
This all worked out great.
Yeah. Bowser's plan is he's trying to fight the weakest character for the championship.
Ooh, maybe
that could be good.
So like the one thing I'm struggling with is they're in a video game, but they don't know it. But like in order for the audience to understand what's going on, like how do we show these things? I'm like,
maybe they do know it. Like whatever
we could have
works.
You know what? That might just be the better way to go.
Yeah, as long as it like makes sense. Like I don't really care.
Just in like a weird electronic waiting room, and like they get chosen for things.
Like in training rooms and stuff, and
because at that point we solved the problem. It's no longer how do we like figure out how to transmit to the audience what's happening, and they could literally say like they're doing a tournament, tournament.
Yeah. I feel like I like the idea of ice climbers being like the exposition guys. Like I think that'd be fun to just sort of like, oh, you're new here. Well, let's explain. I kind of like that.
That's better, but I don't get to do the Mario voice anymore.
Well, I mean, Mario's still in the movie.
All right.
So was everyone.
Donkey Kong's just ook.
And then Sonic's like, "Hey guys, what's up? Can't talk now. Bye."
You're too slow. I don't know what personality I have. Am I the douchebag version of me or the cool version?
I always hate that guy.
That guy is a son of a bitch.
Mario sucks.
I hate him. I do like a Mario Sonic rivalry happening just in the background.
Yeah, I think it'd be funny if it's just sort of like Sonic is fueling the rivalry and Mario just is just kind of annoyed.
He's just, I'm so tired of
this. It's like I hate this guy. Is this Bowser sort of playing everyone to be the champion? Is that, or maybe it should be Wario, because he's a bit of a cheater, isn't he? Like,
I'm gonna try and give us some structure so we can start filling things in.
Yes,
and we can also just throw this away. Act 1, it should probably just be, this Mii Fighter's kind of feeling down in his luck.
Welcome to the world of...
Yeah, welcome to the world. It's like the introductory segment of the movie is, here's this new person. He doesn't fit in because he's not a famous franchise character. Right. He's kind of getting a feeling for the world. He finds out that, you can't play unless you're chosen, and he's not chosen enough to play.
Never chosen. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Exactly. We sort of get some hints at either...
We see some cool fights also.
Oh yeah, you definitely see some cool fights because he's got to watch wide-eyed with wonderment. Like, I want to do that. Oh, sorry kids, you don't get to do it unless you're chosen to do it, and we don't choose.
Luigi like, that's my brother.
I'm also here. Hello.
He lets me fight sometimes.
I'm a cowardly person. We could have some hinting at our villain's plan at this point, just trying to buddy up with our kid, and the ice climbers are like, I wouldn't hang out with him if I was you. Maybe hang out with someone else.
Yeah.
This is what I sound like as an ice climber. So that's Act 1, is that stuff happening, and Act 2 introduces what will be the big thing going into Act 3, which is, oh my goodness, they're doing a big tournament.
Yeah. I think that's the Act 1, that's the break there. It's the big tournament.
I feel like a tournament's the good thing to have because it solves the problem of how are we going to get this fucking character in a fight.
Yeah.
A tournament does that for us.
Right. What if this character is thrown into an intense match with 8 characters fighting, and he hides, and there's a big Bowser or something that is yeah, I won, and the kid comes out, he's like, all right, don't hurt me, and then Bowser's surprised and he falls off, and that was his last life, and the kid wins the tournament.
I mean, one thing we could do is it could just be this guy is particularly good at picking up and throwing items. And,
yeah.
It's just terrible at fighting, but great at getting lucky Pokeballs.
Yeah.
And, gets the smash ball.
Yeah.
It's just you don't even know how to fight. Whatever, you mean I won.
Yeah. And then in the final round, they no items.
Yeah, there's no items.
Yeah. It's we're playing by my rules.
Looks like we're going to Final Destination. Fox only.
Wait, Fox only?
Oh no, I'm Fox now.
Is that how it works? Does his soul go into Fox?
Oh god!
I think Act 1 is sort of welcome to Smash, people don't really pick guys like us, the ice climbers just are telling him. It's but you kind of lay low and, you do what you can. Then there's a big brawl, he gets picked randomly, maybe, and there's only one survivor, maybe it's Ridley or whatever, and, he's gloating that he wins, and Brawler, the little Mii, picks up an item and throws it and wins the match, and it's just sort of what did I just do? And everyone's oh man, look at this guy, he's great. He's I'm not great. And the ice climbers are okay, well, we've all been here before. What you need to do is you're the throwing guy now. You need to practice that. That's your thing. That's the only way you can win. And so he's maybe being trained to live inside this little box by a character that's been sort of I don't want to use the word jaded because I think they like where they are, but they don't dream bigger. Where this guy kind of does, and he's being sort of instructed to dream smaller. Then I think a Bowser or a Wario comes in and starts feeding them these ideas of encouragement, which is good, but it's all for nefarious purposes. It's you could be a lot more than you are, You listen to me and I'll teach you well. And then he like gives him good advice, like believe in yourself. No one likes me. And then
because he knows the final fight of the tournament's going to be Final Destination, no items.
Right. It's like at the end it's like, well, look who it is.
Oh, that's weird. Was this your first tournament?
Like because he's his teacher, he knows all his weaknesses. I think that's kind of a fun idea. And then, like, maybe he's learned something from the ice climbers. The ice climbers told him, like, focus on what you know. And Wario says, reach for the stars. And together, both of their advices
lead to ledge guarding, and then he wins by being...
Yeah, basically.
What are you doing? No! I can't grab it!
Maybe that'd be like a fun callback where he learns that from Wario. It's like I learned one. There's one thing I did learn from you. Oh yeah, what's that? Yoink!
It's called edge guarding, scrub. Why you? Why you? I think Kirby could be a good buddy too because he's not a C-lister. He's more like a B-lister when it comes to the game. Not a lot of people use him as their primary fighter. But I think he'd be a really funny one because, like, Kirby doesn't talk.
Yeah.
So it'd just be like, hi, like, oh, how you doing? Hi.
Oh, that'd be so good. Like Kirby's like the skilled fighter. It's like, oh man, I'd love to meet him.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey Kirby, I love you. Hi. Like he's so like vapid, but he's like so good at what he does. I think that's very funny.
And there's like you can have a lot of fun scenes with Kirby where it's like, oh man, I'm really hungry. Let's go get some. Oh man, Kirby got there first.
Yeah, it's sort of like he's got like the Michael Phelps diet, the Piranha Plant. I want to get him in there. I want the Piranha Plant to be like so arrogant, like he's so undeserving of his prestige. I just think that would be just so funny to have that sort of like he's the. I'm trying to think of a character from a movie where it's the loser who thinks he's so cool.
So Piranha Plants, because in the first act you got to have like a bunch of fights. Not a bunch, but enough to like have
enough
some
to
fun.
like it should probably open with a fight.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I think
like
really
the first episode of Pokemon.
Yeah. And that's just a good way, like a nice epic fight. Piranha Plant can be in a fight. Someone can pick up an assist trophy. The assist trophy pops. It's Waluigi.
Yeah.
And Waluigi's like, all right, let's do this, and it turns around. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? You're in this game?
Oh man,
I'm cool.
It would be really fun to have a Waluigi like not even a B plot, like a Q plot,
like in the background plot.
Like I'm thinking like was it like the Thief and the Cobbler, like the thief character who's just sort of I guess he has a bigger, more like this is more of a deeper cut. Well, actually it was kind of deep anyway.
Yeah, Thief and the Cobbler is already deep enough that no one knows.
A funny thing happened on the way to the forum.
Very deep.
Yeah. So Buster Keaton's character in that movie has like 4 very short scenes, but you keep seeing his progress as he kind of goes along. Like he's like running around the 7 hills of like you see him be like 6th time around, like he's going around. I think it'd be kind of funny to have like Waluigi keep coming up. Maybe he's wearing disguises in one scene. He just keeps cutting back to him as a sort of like this funny running joke.
Yeah.
That could be a funny thing. He's trying to get into the tournament. Like he dresses up like Mario. It's like, it's me, Mario.
Okay, let's do this.
Let's go.
He's dressed up like a Luigi.
Pika. Are you Pikachu? Yes, I. Ah, damn.
Pika!
I mean, Pika! I'm Peachette! I'm a new character in this game!
Give me the crown, I'll do whatever it takes!
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of characters.
That's the problem. We could have 100 different moments.
And I feel like we could come up with a lot of stuff for them, perhaps in the TV show.
Oh, the TV show is entirely that, which is why I'm excited to do it.
Okay. Well, so that was a fun idea there, doing Smash as a movie. But I hope you'll join us next week when we do Smash as a TV show. Thanks for watching Screen to Screen. If you've got some ideas for an adaptation, original ideas, or whatever you like to see on Screen to Screen, leave that in the comments. And we'll see you next time on Screen to Screen.
Bye.
Bye.